meteorologist Dan. Hey, Dan.
Yeah, let's take a look at where those red flag warnings are in effect, and they really extend all the way from Redding down through the Sacramento Valley to the San Joaquin Valley, the North and East Bay Hills, and all the way down into Santa Clara County. The Santa Cruz Mountains have not been within the actual red flag warning at any point in time during the weekend, but conditions have been dry and very warm there as well. So as we look at this warning, it does expire at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and that still includes the again, the Diablo Range in Santa Clara County. Potential for some gusty winds. It's still very warm, very dry out there. That fire danger is going to remain high, not just there, but elsewhere as well. We have been keeping an eye on those wind speeds up in the higher elevations right now, still seeing 14 miles per hour at Mount Amanum. This is not too bad, but it's also very dry out there. So even just a little bit of wind on top of dry conditions with a fire can get it going and spreading pretty rapidly. So again, Santa Cruz Mountains not under that warning, but conditions do remain very dry up there. As we look at our relative humidity, this is the measure of moisture in the air down along the coast. It doesn't look too bad. We've got high values, but higher in elevation and farther inland, you can see those values are quite a bit lower as we are in an almost summertime air mass basically out there. With that said, temperatures have cooled down a bit on the coast today. We're in the 50s to low 60s, inland areas 70s to 80s, but it's cooled down to 68 this hour in Hollister. So we are feeling that cool coastal influence. It did push some low clouds in tonight or earlier today. And as we lose our picture of the visible clouds, we can look at a webcam and see that they're still there. This is a live look from CARMEL Highlands right now, and you can see the kind of ethereal looking low foggy clouds out there as you head out toward Point Lobo. So again, a few low clouds out there tonight. They're going to stick around through the morning as well. We do have a light onshore flow at the surface. Now the bigger picture is showing high pressure off to the west, just to the west of us, and the ridge kind of diving down here across or the jet stream, I should say, diving down through the Rockies. So they're dealing with much cooler air across the northern plains. We're dealing with warm air and dry conditions on the west coast. But this ridge is going to flatten out a little bit, and that's going to allow winds to shift a little stronger onshore over the next couple of days. So we do expect it to be a little bit cooler and cloudier on the coast in the coming days. Futurecast is showing some low clouds filling the bay by tomorrow morning and probably sticking around at times tomorrow afternoon as well. So expect another day similar to today cloud-wise, perhaps maybe not quite as much in Santa Cruz, but we still will have a few clouds up there as well. Temperatures tomorrow pretty similar on the coast, but a few inland spots actually may warm up a tick or two. Back up to 89 in Boulder Creek tomorrow, but staying in the 60s in Davenport and Santa Cruz and Capitola tomorrow. In Scotts Valley, you top out in the mid 70s, kind of in between those two air masses. Watsonville back to 67 tomorrow, 70 in Salinas, 80s Hollister, 90 in Gilroy. Contrast that to Castroville, 63 degrees, feeling much cooler. Over to Monterey in the peninsula, you're going to see a high of 65. It's right there on Alvarado Street tomorrow. A little bit cooler out to PG and Pebble Beach, and we top out at 64 in Seaside. And farther south, we'll see high temperatures in the 70s and 80s for most of the Salinas Valley, but our southernmost valleys hitting the 90s tomorrow. Back toward the coast will be a little bit cooler with that 76, but a beautiful day in Carmel Valley. Over the next 7 days, temperatures on the coast diving a little bit with an increase in low clouds by the end of the week. A weather system will pass us by on Saturday. It looks like it could bring a few extra clouds, and there's a teeny tiny chance that there may be a shower or an increased chance of some drizzle with that. So we'll watch that for you, but it's not going to change our drought situation at all, basically. Just might throw a couple raindrops or sprinkles our way. We'll watch that. Anyway, the inland side of things, you'll see highs in the 80s for the next several days. Then you'll also see cooling temperatures as that weather system passes by this weekend.